Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Chargers and the Cyclones. Final match up next, top division doubles, Zuleika and Benny take on Carballo and Manu. Has been a tough season for this top doubles team of the Cyclones, just 2-7. Flip over here to Zuleika and Benny. Started off very strong, winners of 5 of their first 6, but since that point they've dropped 2 matches in a row. And one last time out against Olharan and Iturbide, though, their season record 6-3 coming into this one, Stu. See how the final match goes. Zuleika and Benny will have the serve. There's the serve. Our final match is underway. Manu opens up with a backhand to the inside. Here's Benny now. Manu at the 11. Hard throw again. Benny let that one pass. Robote saved by Zuleika. Here's Manu advancing on it up at the 10. High hard throw. Here's Benny backed up to the 13 line. Benny from deeper in the backcourt lifts it to Manu. Manu up at the 11. Hard throw again on the wall. Great catch by Benny. Benny from the left side again. The backhand coming out to the middle of the court. Here's Manu now. Benny couldn't get there. Robote laid up by Zuleika. Carballo looking to attack. He does. Stops it at the 7. Hard throw back inside. Benny reaches up overhead. Oh, and hard on the return. Benny backing up, scoops it. Hard to the inside again. There's Manu, good read. Lobs it back to Benny now, up at the 12 line. Here's Manu, backhand. Picked off by Benny, deep in the backcourt. This one thrown a little bit higher off the front wall. Manu takes it in. Finally able to pass. Robote forehand. Just launched by Zuleika. Carballo tracks it down. And a forehand, Karam Robote will score. My, oh my. First point of our final match goes to the Cyclones.
Carballo's explosiveness paying off there. One of the most difficult throws in Jai-Alai. Opposing team just not ready for that.
Under serve, second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Here's Benny from the left side, the backhand. Stopped by Manu. Great catch back behind him. Here's Benny now from the left side, the backhand. It's up in the overhead screen and out of play. 2 points for the Cyclones.
That's a rare overhead screen hit for Benny. You know, occasionally he'll throw one out of play, but the overhead screen he's really good with.
Zuleika into the drop shot. Carballo sliding. Manu throwing. And his Karam scores.
There's a lot going on up there, and fortunately went the direction of Cyclones. Carballo slid out of the way. Manu threw a Karam.
Big backhand, Robote. Play to the inside. Here's Benny now. Keeps it on the right side. Carballo reaching back behind him. Forehand kicks off the sidewall. Here's Zuleika. Inside placement. Manu waiting for it. Manu now back over the top. Benny now back at the 13 line. Makes the play. Bar to the inside. Manu. Benny launches this backhand. Trying to get it past Manu. Great stop. Backed up to the glass. Benny up at the 10 line, another hard throw. This one, Manu ducks. Carballo gets in there for the Robote. Any nice catch right off the sidewall, the backhand, the low runner. Manu scoops this one up. He puts it on the inside, Manu up at the 10 line. This one cutting back inside, Benny makes a play. Hard throw again. Here's Manu reaching in from the 12, the backhand. Dropping low, Benny now. Low runner again, Manu backing up. Great scoop, backhand 2-wall from deep in the backcourt scores. 4-0 for Carballo and Manu.
I mean, there are backhand 2-walls. And then there's a Guillermina. And that's a backhand. I mean, this is just so beautifully executed at the back wall. Look how much court he has to work with here to make sure that it's above the pad. Look how much court he has to work with and still angle it out. That's talent, man. That's real talent.
Benny wall-to-wall from the left side. Carballo alone for the rebote. Powers it. Past both Chargers. Zulaika just lays it up. Carballo calls for Manu to take it. He gets up there for the second bounce. Powerful throw from the right side. Picked off by Benny. Benny now the backhand. Just out of reach. Carballo coming back for the rebote. That's sent up into the overhead screen, catching the rail just above the front wall. Also out of play.
No shutout here in this first set.
Low runner to the inside. Benny backing up. Scoops it up. Carballo coming cross court. Makes the play up in the front court. Backhand out to the middle of the court. Long drop shot. Zulaika. Oh, Carballo picks it. Carballo's drop shot.
That was on top of the pad.
Dropped on top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. 2 points for the Chargers.
Well, Carballo's trying to change things up there. You know, I would have expected him. I imagine Zulaika was probably expecting he was going to blast it to the outside. But no, drop it to the inside. Just try to cut a little too thin.
Benny lets that one pass. Zulaika gets in there. Nice defense on the rebote. Manu now up at the 11 line. Hard to the inside. Crossing the side wall. Benny goes up. Manu now advancing on it up at the 10 line. The backhand dropping low. Here's Benny. Oh, what a catch by Manu. Ripped that one off the side wall. Benny now back at the 13. Hard throw again. Opening up to the middle of the court. Zulaika able to cut it off the forehand. Blasted to the inside. Manu. Rebote save. Out to the middle of the court again. Zulaika lower and harder. Manu steps up and caught it in the air. Benny from the 11 line. Hard coming up the middle. Manu now. Over the top on the inside. Zulaika cuts it off the backhand. Launched out of the way. Carballo. Rebote. Forehand. Power to the inside. Here's Zulaika into the drop shot. Coming out to Manu. Here's Benny now, back on the inside, high and hard, clearing the overhead screen. Carballo, Orlando Bote, wall to wall now. Zulaika takes off, gets up there at the 6 line, back up the middle. Manu on the forehand, Pika the big bounce. Benny committed, then backs up, quick bounce catch at the 11 line. He crosses the side wall. Manu drops Rebote above the pad. Here's Benny. Opens up to the middle of the court again. Zulaika looking to cut it off. He does. Into the split placement. Carballo scoops it. Carballo hard to the inside.
Wow,
and it scores. 5 points for Carballo and Manu. They have a possible set point. What a scoop there by Manu on the inside. Manu on the inside, great catch at the 12 line. Here's Benny. What a catch there by Manu, pulls it right off the side wall. Back in by Manu, right to the inside, there's Benny. Backed up to the 12, this one a little bit higher, Manu stays with it, brings it in front ways. Here's Zulaika, with backhand caught the corner, Manu's got to scoop it up, he does, back over the top. Zulaika takes it in. Inside placement. Manu, what positioning? Caught it up in the air. Backhand off the sidewall by Benny. Benny wall to wall. Big backhand. Carballo up at the 4 line. Waiting for it. Powers it inside. There's Benny. Another backhand. Carballo again calling him off. Gets in there for the rebote. Zulaika. Splitter. Split him up to score. That's 3 points for the Chargers.
There are times where your opposition will telegraph where to throw the ball. Carballo was really trying to get out of the way here. You'll see him moving cross court. So Zulaika's winding up, and Zulaika throws a really nice 2-0. So Carballo's getting out there for it. but the split placement's wide open.
Benny reaching it on the inside. Manu, middle of the court, low running backhand. Benny all alone. He scoops it up. Hard to the inside. Here's Manu. Benny again, the backhand on the wall. Manu gets there. He keeps it on the left side, the backhand. Crossing the sidewall. Here's Manu. Backhand takes Benny out of it. Zuleika alone for the rebote. Manu gets out there. Rebote save of his own on the bounce. Benny quick bounce catch on the 11 line. Hard to the inside. Manu lets it pass again. He's there for the rebote.
Beautiful
Zuleika
catch.
into the Costano, the 2-wall. That is ruled out. Point and set. Carballo and Manu take it 6-3. 2 minutes will come back in play. Our second set.
There we are on the ESPN 3 players cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets. You see Carballo.
Doing some.
Carballo is always doing calisthenics. Carballo is always doing some type of training. One of the most physically fit guys we have on the roster.
I don't do any training myself. Do you know what that's used for?
I'm sorry, Andrew, you caught me off guard there. Well, so if you think about it, let's talk through this. It's a resistance band around his ankles that he's pulling against. So where would you feel that? Anyway, let's get back to these replays. Nice throw to the inside here. Benny, eyes on the ball. Just went over his cesta.
Boy, the backhand so straight here in the corner. Look at Manu scooping it up.
That's the backhand 2-all from the 13 line. That's bold. I mean, that's bold. There are other guys that clank it off the sidewall. That was a backhand 2-all. There's a difference.
Highly intentional. Second set ready to begin. Zuleika and Benny have the serve. That serve begins our second set. Backhand to the inside, pulled in by Benny. Benny from the 12, hard throw. Here's Manu. This one drops between them. Zuleika calls him off on the rebote, put it inside. Well, that kicked way up, and Manu still comes away with it. Manu back there at the 13 line, put it inside. Here's Benny now up at the 11. This one well out of reach. Carballo waiting for it on the rebote. Powers it over Benny now. Zuleika. Rebote save of his own right at the feet of Manu. There's the scoop. Hard backhand follows. Coming out a long, long ways. Zuleika at the 4 line turns it inside. Carballo's got to get back in there. He does so. Benny up at the 9. High, hard backhand. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall. Played back to the inside by Carballo. Benny, tough rebote.
Good save.
He digs it out. Carballo lets it pass to Manu in the backcourt.
Oh, too much.
That got away from him.
Too much. He was going to go for either the 3-wall play or basically that what we call that deep carambola. Throw it high to the front wall, have it touch the side wall very high up, move to the outside above his opponent's heads, land in, but hit the overhead screen first.
Well, Manu handles the serve, backhand play to the inside. Rebote forehand. So like a hard throw, picked off by Manu. Benny standing in there again, up at the 12 line, wall to wall. This time, Manu out of the way. Carballo alone for the rebote. Benny has to scoop it up. He does. Backhand hard to the inside. Manu, great catch. Powerful backhand. Coming out a long way. Zuleika backpedals, drops it inside. Manu with a flying catch up at the 10. All to wall now. Carballo has to track it down. He stays with it. Zuleika into the Costano. Oh, the 2-wall is too low. Carballo and Manu get their first point. We're tied up.
Manu really picked up the pace of that whole set.
He certainly
right
has.
there.
He's throwing the backhands hard.
Oh, yeah, he's blasting them. One after the other. Beautiful catch.
Look at his catch. Second serve coming up for Carballo. On to the inside, here's Zulaika. Over the 7 line, big backhand. Roll left side, Benny turns it into a 2-wall. Carballo in the middle of the court. Powers it low and hard. Benny, great positioning. He caught it in the air. There's a backhand. Coming out to Carballo again. Up at the 4 line, the Karam Robote is hooked. 2-1 lead for Zulaika and Benny.
So pretty much you get like one of those an evening. And so in that case, yeah, Carballo got his earlier. To go for it twice right there. It's a tough shot to throw. It was. That's why it was so impressive before. But you don't want to give away points like that.
Benny reaching up high, brings it down the side arm. Karam.
That was nice.
Scores for Benny. 3-1.
Kind of an odd distraction. Carballo went down. Everyone else continued to play. And Benny just cracked a shot.
Manu there at the 12 line, the backhand. High and hard into the corner. Robote forehand. Play to the inside. Manu with a good catch. Hard backhand, low runner. Out to the middle of the court. Here's Zulaika. Forehand. Out to the Robote. Carballo makes a save. Benny up at the 9 line. High hard one again. Another Robote coming out. Carballo keeps this one to the inside. Passing Benny. Zulaika's there. Manu comes flying in up at the 9 line. Big backhand. He's come shooting off the back wall. Zulaika, powerful save. Stopped by Manu. Benny again. Puts it inside. There's Manu with a great catch. Hard backhand. Low runner. What a scoop there by Manu. Outside placement. Zulaika stops it. Zulaika fake the Karam. Put it inside. It's going to be a tough Robote. Manu makes a diving save.
Look at that.
Oh, Zulaika with good control. Hard back to the inside. That will
So
score.
well Manu covered the court just perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Court positioning was perfect. Movement across the court was perfect. Just beautifully played. And Zulaika capitalizing on it. A lot of times when you've had to make a very complicated catch, you're not in any type of position to keep the ball away from your opponents and sometimes just lay it up. That was the case there. But it's important to capitalize on that when you can. That's exactly what Zulaika did.
Manu on the forehand, hard over the top. Here's Benny now. Sidearm throw, passing in the corner. Robote forehand.
Beautiful
catch by Zulaika as that crossed the sidewall. Here's Manu waiting for it, back of the 13 line. Hard throw, Benny now. Backhand's launched right on the wall, and it's missed. 5 points for Zulaika and Benny. Looking to push this match to a 3rd set.
Carballo is more than capable of coming back here, especially with Manu in the back, but this is a 5-1 deficit. That's kind of tough. And Zulaika and Benny would have to make a lot of mistakes that they have not made in this 2nd set.
Big bouncing serve, Manu. The Costado. Big bounce, 2-wall.
Oh, my goodness.
Over Carballo to, over Zulaika rather, to score.
Just
wow.
What a beautiful shot by Manu. I mean, that was, look, he had the backhand 2-0, which I never give credit to. He gave the backhand 2-0 from behind the 13 line. There he throws a Costado 2-0 from all the way in the back court, just perfectly.
Under serve. Second serve for Carballo. That is a double fault. We are going to a 3rd set. Zulaika and Benny win it 6-2.
So our first 3rd set of the game day. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. Had 2 forfeits as the result of an injury for Bragley, or more concern over an injury. With playoffs coming up, wanted to be sure that His wrist was 100%. So we only have 4 matches this evening. We're about to move on to the third and final set in what has become our final match of the game day. Here we have some replays. Manu is on fire this second set. Beautiful placement to the outside, nicely stopped by Zulaika. Zulaika back to the inside. Manu, eyes on that ball. Look at this. Fall down. 2-all rebote with a high, high bounce. This one Zulaika got to. So well done by both players. There we see Zulaika and Benny getting their helmets on. All ready to come out onto the court and play our last set of the evening.
That serve begins our third set. Rebote forehand. Power to the inside. Picked off there by Benny.
Great concentration by Benny.
Benny on the forehand. Lower and harder. Manu looking to get out there for the rebote. Oh, that kicked way up and drops between the Cyclones. First point of the third set goes to Zulaika and Benny.
Yeah, can't credit anybody other than the court for that one.
Here's Manu from the left side. Backhand. Ball to wall. Here's a rebote by Zulaika. Powered into the corner. Here's Carballo on the rebote save. Benny attacking. Up at the 8, the backhand. Into the corner. What a catch by Manu. Ran over the top. No play for Carballo. Manu leaping in the corner. Comes away with it. Forehand back to the inside. Zulaika with a great catch right off the sidewall. His backhand, though, got away. Up in the overhead screen and out of play. 1-1.
Yeah, Zulaika, tremendous power. You know the ball's been thrown hard when it hits the overhead screen. Anywhere I'd say past like the 5 line going towards the back of the court. That one hit, I guess, back around the 8. Yeah, Zulaika really powered that ball back.
That is an underserve. Second serve coming up. Knocked down the serve. That's 2 points for Carballo and Manu. Benny handles that serve, opens up with a backhand. Hard throw, wall to wall, rebote. Forehand, Carballo tracks it down. Benny with a leaping grab. Sidearm carom, right to Carballo. Great scoop. Hard throw, picked off in the air by Zulaika. He passes on the return. Cutting inside, there's a rebote by Carballo, clearing the overhead screen. Zulaika, inside placement. Manu steps up, backhand. Blasted, coming out. Zulaika again, low and hard.
Tough
Manu,
one.
what a scoop up there at the 9 line. There's a backhand right on the wall. Benny makes the play.
Oh,
and
man.
it scores. Well played point. Zulaika and Benny tie it up 2-2.
Manu does not miss many. That's putting it lightly. He rarely, if ever, misses. He definitely missed that one. Just, it was so well thrown, crossing the side wall. Tremendous play.
Manu, high coast out to the inside this time. Benny under the bridge with that open way up. He makes a save. It's a 2-wall. Carballo stops it before it's in the net. Carambola, one-handed catch by Zulaika. There's a backhand that passes. Carballo, rebote, hard to the inside. Benny lets it pass. He saves it on the back end. Carballo on the left side, hard throw, scooped up there by Benny. Benny on the backhand. Oh, what a catch there by Manu. Manu puts it over the top again. Benny attacking, gets up there before the big bounce. Hard throw again in the corner. Dropping. Manu makes the save. It's a 2-wall off his footing to score. Wow. What a shot by Manu.
I mean, everybody ran out there because they realized that that's where it was going, but no one knew that's where it was going when he started that throw. That was amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
Manu has just been just tremendous. Wow.
Yeah, this is, I mean, look at how he turns it so quickly into the 2-wall. I mean, highly intentional. And, yeah, I don't think anybody in the world expected that to turn into a 2-wall.
That was just
Not many can turn that into a 2-wall. You're looking at maybe the only guy.
Well, it's a miss serve.
He's 3-2 in favor of Carballo and Manu. That was a miss serve. Second serve coming up.
Fortunately, Zuleika wasn't hit. So we take that from it. Yeah, I mean, he's throwing it outside.
Manu backed up to the 13 line. Hard throw. Robote. Forehand. Played inside. Picked off there by Manu. Manu takes that in, back behind him, over the top, on the inside. Benny waiting for it. A runner now. Here's Carballo getting involved, cuts it off. The Costado split him. Zuleika knows where to be. Low and hard on the return. What a pick by Manu. Takes it off the side wall. Benny steps up, not going to let that ball bounce. Hard throw, wall to wall. Manu out of the way. Carballo alone for the rebote. Zuleika again. This one a little bit higher. 3-wall play. Manu lays it up. Zuleika attacking on the right side. Oh, trying to get the 3-wall play. That really opens up. Manu makes a great save. Benny in the middle of the court stops it.
Wow.
My, oh my, was that close.
Yeah, that's the closest we ever had.
Zuleika, the 2-wall, scores.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Fortunately, everybody's safe. It's 3-3. Zuleika and Benny tie it up.
Yeah, players are... You can't cross. You can't... Here's a beautiful rebote save.
This is, I mean, this is as dangerous as this gets.
Yeah,
I mean, oh my,
you don't turn your
look
back.
at Manu turns his head.
yeah,
Zuleika puts his hands up, and Benny's heart's probably racing.
And us too. You
And us,
you don't turn your back on a loaded gun that's being shot.
Low runner inside. Carballo, hard throw on the wall, and it scores. 4-3 in favor of Carballo and Manu.
Maybe it shook everybody's hopes that they're going to come back and win. You see, that's the problem, is that like when you see him do that.
Miss serve, second serve coming up.
It doesn't look like he has control of the ball. So when you see him stepping in front of balls, Zuleika's still shaken by that. You can see him out on the court. I mean, it's like, how am I supposed to stay in front of this guy if I don't know if he's going to hook the serve into me?
Well played serve. That is an ace. That brings Carballo and Manu to 5 points. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
I can't say that a distraction was created in order to throw the other team off, but it's had that effect.
Yeah, it really has.
It's absolutely had that effect.
Hard serve. Benny gets up to that one before it crosses. Hard.
Overhead screen.
Into the overhead screen. Point, set, and match. Carballo and Manu take it in 3 sets. 6-3 in the final one. Game day ends in a tie at 4-4. Folks, stay tuned for the post-game show coming up here in just a few moments.